Well, good morning, everyone. It's a joy to see you all this morning. I hope that everyone is well. It's an overcast, chilly day here in the Salinas, California area, but we're grateful we can have this moment of time to get together. I'd like to welcome the couple of folks who are going to give us a word of encouragement this morning and want others to join in as well. I am Barb Verbonich. I live here in Salinas. I've been involved in Relive for 16 years. I am an educator and a Relive ambassador and grateful for the way this company and these products have blessed myself and my family. I am 70 years strong and without any prescription medication in my cupboard. My husband has had life-saving results with a MRSA staph infection and wonderful results with a challenge with diabetes. He is an Agent Orange victim, I suppose we could say, from the Vietnam War. Daughter for prenatal, daughter for academic excellence, getting her doctorate degree at age 26, and a daughter with helping with depression and other issues as well. So we're grateful that Relive is part of our family. I do my Relive business part-time. Very grateful for the fact, however, that it has generated about a $30,000 income on an average annual income that has been able to supplement my husband and I in our retirement. I'm grateful as well for the way that this company reflects the standards, the morals, the integrity, the personal things that I value as an individual, and the family environment that we have as we come along and join Relive. So welcome once again this morning. Any real quick tidbits of certain things that have gone on this week that you would like to share before I introduce the two guests that I have this morning? Any updates on things going on? By the way, Roger, let's find out who that person is in that slide. Would you like to ask that question, Roger? I bet Sandy might know.
Oh, what are we looking at? What picture are we trying to see?
Well, Sandy, Roger Broberg was wondering who, in our new presentation that Tom has done, there is an older couple that has knee problems. He speaks about that.
Oh.
And we're not sure
Barb?
who they are. Yes, Roger.
Barb, Tammy Martineau told me that it's Maureen Sowens and her husband.
Great. Good. The mystery is solved. Glad you were able to find that out. All righty. So any particular updates of things going on in businesses this last week? Well, as things come to mind, you let me know, but I'm going to go right ahead and introduce you to two people that are remarkably close to me, people that I do love. Luzia Hanna, a neighbor and a good friend, a Relive business partner as well. And Luzia, I want to thank you for taking time away from your guests, your family. I love that we can do Relive in those cracks of time and fit it in when we have family and friends visiting, which is precisely where you are this morning. But thank you for taking time to let us know about your Relive story. I don't think we hear from you very often, and I'm always inspired when I learn and re-educate myself as to what has gone on with you and your family with Relive. Thanks for taking time, Luzia.
Thank you, Barb. And just like you said, I'm blessed as well. 10 years ago, when you walked into my driveway and introduced Relive to me. So thank you to you for introducing Relive, for opening your mouth and say something, because sometimes I kind of have that problem where should I say something or not. So thank you, and I think about that all the time when I want to open my mouth and share Relive with other people. So 10 years ago, when Barb came into my life, I was suffering from headaches and anemia, and I got awesome results for that within a period of 90 days. And little that I know, and I enjoyed my health, and my kids and I took Relive. And 2 years later, my daughter was stricken with a very rare type of epilepsy, and where she actually lost her speech, she lost her comprehension, she lost all functions. I mean, she could not even eat by herself. She couldn't go to the bathroom by herself. She was almost to the crippled. She was mute. So we had a very, very hard time with her. It was the period of 4 years that we went through this with her. And after medications, and in between that, I did some Relive with her, but it was doctor visit after doctor visit. It took us a whole year before they actually diagnosed her and said she had this epilepsy, and she was having seizures in the left lobe of her brain, which was causing all those problems. In the meantime, some of the medications they were giving her were giving horrible side effects and were not helping her at all. You know, it was just back and forth all the time until we got to a point that they said she had to have brain surgery. And at that point, we were in Chicago for this to talk about the surgery. I came back home. I told the doctor I needed some time, and that's when I really said I really need to get serious and with her really getting this Relive product in her body and at least give this a chance before I go the surgery route. And came home, spoke with Barb. Luckily, we had Dr. Hastings in town that weekend, and Barb was able to graciously, I wasn't able to go up because I had to take care of her, and Barb talked to Dr. Hastings, and he told us what products to put her on, and I just specifically put those products on her, and with a syringe, my husband would hold her hands and feet while I would put it through her, you know, with a syringe trying to get it in there because she had a hard time swallowing. And within a period of 4 weeks, she started saying her first word. So it started with her speech, and then little by little, all these other symptoms started getting better. Well, fast forward to today, my daughter, at that time, my daughter was 7.5. Now my daughter is 17, and she is medication-free. 3 years now that we've been medication-free. No, we have not seen a seizure since then, and she just takes her Relive, and we're not doing anything else for her, and she's doing great. She's on a roll in a private Christian school. She's doing really well. I'm just so grateful. Just for that alone, I'm just so blessed, and I would never be without Relive, and neither any one of my family. And whenever they say, I want to take my shake this morning, I always remind them of Alyssa's story. So,
yay.
Now,
thank you.
Yeah. And now with Fit 3, I'm really excited with Fit 3, and I've done the 2 challenges, and I'm down 16 pounds, and I was looking at my feet this morning. I'm 5 inches down on my waist, and 8.5 inches on my chest area, and I'm 2 sizes down on my clothes, and I'm just really excited. And as far as my business, like Barb, I've been working very part-time because of all the family demands, but, you know, I'm starting to think I really have to get serious because there's so many people out there that need it. It's not just for illnesses, but for prevention and weight and all that stuff. So I'm really going to get down to it and get serious.
Well, we're so grateful, and I love being able to say I enjoy seeing less of you all the time. So congratulations on your reductions in size there, Lucia. It's fabulous. And you've enjoyed using the Facebook challenges and the guidance that Tina has provided you as well, right? That's kind of a new exposure for you.
It has. It was a challenge. That was a challenge for me because I'm very Facebook shy. So I have been with Tina's tips and motivations and there's just so much that Tina offers and the whole group and just seeing everybody posting stuff, it just all gives you encouragement. And I just been like posting and just be okay with it and be, I was little thing about putting, publicly. I'm okay with being friends, but not publicly. But I'm just like, well, if you're just going to get people to see it and to maybe help them, then so be it. I'm okay with that. And so, yeah, I'm learning a lot, and I love my Relive family, and it's just been great. And my three teammates that have joined me, they're pretty new to Relive. They started Relive because of the challenge, and they are really loving what they're seeing. They're loving Tina. They're loving all that they're seeing, all the posts and everything that they're seeing, and they're really are seeing a different side of Relive. That even though I talked about it for ages, they didn't see it until now. Until they really are starting to be consistent with the products and seeing the changes and being excited about it.
That's awesome. Well, your team is the Gold Diggers, and let's hope that maybe they'll be successful in heading to Orlando and receive some of the accolades that the folks are working towards with these teams. But way to go, Lucia. Would you be kind enough to give out your phone number in case anyone on the call has a need for some encouragement from part of your story?
Sure. It's area code 831-588-5663.
Wonderful. Well, thanks
and
so very much for joining.
I was having problems with my website this morning, so I couldn't get in, so I can't see. I'm only on the call, so I can't write it down.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Lucia. That's fabulous.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
you. All righty. Great. Well, and Clara Lara, I believe many of you know Clara. She is a dear friend of mine. She actually is very much responsible for my being involved in Relive. She and Ruby Ritchie, two tremendous friends, total strangers to me when I first got started, but people that I hold very, very dear to my heart. And Clara is an amazing woman. I've asked her to come on. She represents the cream of Relive in terms of forever faithful, forever pursuing, forever encouraging. And Clara, would you be so kind to just share a bit about your Relive journey with the folks this morning?
Yes, Barbara. Thank you very much for inviting me. I'd be happy to. I'm Clara. I live here in Salinas, California. I've been with Relive 18 years and 9 months. And I thank the Lord every single day because I've had excellent health for 18 years and 9 months. Before that, I was always struggling with my health. I was undiagnosed with low thyroid. That year, in 1999, I gained 72 pounds in 1 year. I went up to 215, 220 pounds, size 20. I was tired, sleepy, cold. I had inflammation in my hands, pains in my legs. I was not well. And somebody noticed I gained weight and called to tell me about Relive. And I went to buy the weight program, got started on the basic nutrition, and the results, 18 years and 9 months of excellent health. I'm real thankful for my health. Every day I thank God for it. In terms of the business, I was looking for something because I was already tired. I had a good job. I worked as a secretary at a hospital, and I loved my boss. He loved me, and I was happy. But I wanted to stay home and earn income. I wanted to stay home and sell something. So when I got healthy with my products, I knew that this is what I wanted to do. And I went to a conference in Reno, Nevada in year 2000 and totally fell in love with Relive. And so I came home, became a master affiliate, and about a week, 2 weeks later, I sponsored my best friend from high school. I hadn't seen Ruby in years, but I found her number and I called her and I asked her if she was interested in nutrition. Long story short, she became a master affiliate. And so she and I'm going to share a little bit about what happened to us. She and I, here we are, brand new master affiliates, and we did not get the support because something happened in my sponsor's life that she kind of stepped away. And so here me and Ruby were by ourselves. We didn't know anything. So we did was selling the product, just selling it. And it had about 9 months later, Ruby talked to me and said that she was going to give up Relift. She was going to quit. And I said, oh, okay. I said, well, Ruby, go to conference with me. Go to conference with me, and when we come back from conference, go ahead and quit and terminate your membership. Oh, okay. So she did. She went to conference, but I took one Ruby over there and I brought another Ruby back because when we came back from conference, we were like on fire, and we both started doing things the right way. We found out that there was training in Pleasanton. That's around 120 miles from where I live. So Ruby and I, every Saturday, we went over there to Pleasanton for training. And we did that about 3 months. And then after 3 months, we started working, and that's when we started growing. And that's when we found Barbara. And so we've been working together, and I'm my highest month in the business let me back up a little bit. In 2007, I retired from my job in September. And at that time, Barbara, of course, was with us, and Ruby, we got together and we just started working and focusing. And in 6 months, all three of us were invited to the ambassador program. And my highest month has been about $8,000. I've had 8 trips paid by the company, and I've helped a lot of people, and it's a blessing to be in this company. And just to finalize my words to you is right now I'm involved with the Hispanic market. We have a really good system in place where every single day at 9 o'clock, at 9:30, there's some kind of a training call or story calls. And at 5 p.m., there's training calls from Monday to Thursday. So that is an awesome system we have in place. But I want to say to finish is that we're working a lot with the Hispanic market. We were at a meeting last week, and after the meeting, there was a couple that was very, very interested in what we said and all. And then at the end, the gentleman turned to the friend and said, "We've been friends for a whole year, and you never, ever told us anything about the products, about the business." And I thought, oh, my gosh. So thinking about what Lucia said, that, sometimes she doesn't want to, but she remembers. And it's important that we say something, and if not a card, maybe a business card. Give them a card. Tell them to call you. I did that one time. I gave a card to this lady, and she said, no. I invited her to a meeting. She said, no. And then I said, well, I'm going to give you my card. Could you put it in your purse, and will you promise me never to throw it away? And someday you will call me and ask me about it, okay? She did that. And 9-10 months later, she called me and said, you gave me a card 9 months ago, and you told me to never throw it away, and that I would call you and ask you about it. So I'm calling you now. What is this all about? So I told her. Long story short, she became a master affiliate in a week later. So anyway, let's just always be encouraged to share. It maybe not with words, but give them a card, a business card. Well, I hope that my experiences have blessed you, and thank you for giving me this opportunity, Barbie.
You are welcome, Clara. You can see why I love her. And 2 things. Clara, would you share your age, if you would?
I am 75 years old.
Wow.
And the other day I fell, Barbara.
Yes.
The other day I fell down about a month and a half. I fell down like big time. I mean, the gentleman ran out from the office to come and help me. And I just, give me a chance to get over the pain because I was moaning. And then I got up, and I can't believe it. I just got up and walked away at 75. So I'm thankful because I take Provantage. I'm always taking Provantage, and Arthoflex. So Thank you, my dear.
That's awesome. And Clara, would you be so kind to share your phone number, please?
Yes, 831-320-1287.
Thank you. And, I love knowing that Relive fits in every single person's life. It matters not on age. I'm thrilled and delighted that the company is focusing on our millennials and the Generation X, I think it is, because we really benefit from having a whole plethora of generations and ages, but it fits in everybody's life. So don't hesitate, young or old, be sure you're sharing these things. And Sandy Sopko, can you model an example of a 1-minute story for us? I just cannot let this phone call go by without some of the folks meeting you. This is a precious woman in Arizona who has just been a really dear friend. She went to the Disney World celebration as a new ambassador along with Ruby and Clara and I. And I've enjoyed her very much ever since. And Sandy's a real go-getter. So just a 1 minute, because I've got so many things I want to share, but I can't let this pass by. Sandy Sopko, thank you.
Can you hear me, Barbara?
Yes, Sandy, thank you.
Okay, great. Well, I've been part of Relive now for 20 years, and I am just so thrilled that my prayers were answered, because when I found Relive, I had been struggling for 23 years from the side effects of 4 car accidents that I had in my early 20s. And I was 54 when Relive came into my life, and I had been $50,000 invested in trying to do everything to be healthy, 5 medical doctors. I was in the field of radiology, both diagnostic and cancer, and I was devastated that I was still struggling, and I had this $50,000 debt. And thankfully, someone overheard me complaining, and they said, "You need to meet my friend." And I am so grateful that somebody cared enough to speak up and say, "Can I give you a help and information that could change your life?" And it did. And it took me about 15 months to rebuild a very deficient body that I had struggled with for 23 years. And I, like Claire, I'm going to be 75 next year, and I feel like $1 million. I tell you, I am so excited to have a quality of life. And even though I wasn't looking for a business because I was very sick, tired, working, and had children, I'm a wife and mom of 4, I heard people complaining. And the first month that I was on the product, I told about 10 people, "What if this works for you?" And in 6 months, because of who I told, I had 95 people that were introduced to Relive. And over a period of 6 years, I kept helping people get their health back. And when I turned 60, 14 years ago, I walked away from the medical to do a whole new career, because I no longer wanted to diagnose and treat. I wanted to prevent, help people restore and regain quality of life. And it has taken us internationally. We have become presidential bronze ambassadors. We have Filipino operations that are very strong, the top leaders over in that area. And we continue to work our business from home. And I am so thankful that we have opportunities to train and be at home and do what we want to do with quality of life.
Well, I surely thank you, Sandy. You're a true inspiration to us all. Would you be so kind to share phone number as well?
Sure. It's 602-793-1007. Texting is really good because I'm in very many meetings, and I sometimes have it on off, so do text me.
Thank you, Sandy. Having a purpose and a mission in life is one of the most wonderful gifts we can give to ourselves and those around us. And I think it's so inspiring to see how we can truly grow younger every single year, every single shake that we take. And so, goodness me, I think our Relive family is going to live far beyond the hundreds with quality and joy in their lives. So thanks to all of you who shared this morning. I'm so grateful. I want to quickly review what was shared in our ambassador call on Wednesday. And if you did not get a copy from Miranda Amon, a copy of the news and notes from that. Please make sure that you talk with your upline sponsor or your ambassador, because I was thrilled to see that Tom is having the notes from that call sent out to distributors in the field who are on the mailing lists. A couple of the encouraging things there were the notes he made about Kim and Rich Burns, who are working a Fit3 business and having a lot of fun with that. They're bringing a group of their leaders to headquarters to work out with Tina and to meet with Dr. Carl and all others. And over the last few months, with a promotion that they built around that visit to headquarters, they added more than 70 new people to the organization. And Tom was pointing out that is available to everyone. I'm also pleased to encourage you to read this note. Engagement and structure are the things that Tom was emphasizing. Knowing what the monthly promotions are, how to use that mobile app, what's on the calendar, and know where to find the tools that you need. I think one of the biggest things that he shared that is so very true is that every one of us, and you all on this call, are the true heroes. You are the ones to whom he was sending this message. We all are CEOs of our own business. We need not wait for someone to help us or do our business for us or really teach us how. If we're a serious business builder, we need to step up and become the leader that other people want to follow. And he said, working with your upline, your downline, your sideline, and doing all that we do with that spirit of cooperation. But at the end of the day, we need to know what and how we're going to be able to help another, what we're going to do and how we're going to help others with a structure and some kind of system that'll work for us. Corporate is doing a lot to help get out tools that are going to bring that into greater ease all the time. A couple other things that we can talk about later, but let's go ahead and get into our training this morning. And I'm going to briefly cover a few pieces of information, and let me see if I know how to go to the next one. Okay. Being organized. How do you succeed with Relive? I'm going to go through these slides rather briefly, not quickly, but briefly, because we see these each Saturday, and there are things that I want to highlight in these that perhaps you have not been reminded of lately. But how do you succeed with Relive? We use that circle of success, bringing new people into our system and using that Relive system. Fueling your business with new people is always that answer. We encourage you to be organized, know where you're going, know how to make money. In other words, know the comp plan, even though the new presentation that Tom has put out that we are using actually in some of our home meetings, he does not go into the comp plan a great deal, which puts a little more pressure on each of us to really know what it is and how to explain that and streamline it and personalize it for the people that we're talking to meet their needs. The third thing we need to know when we're getting organized is to know how to duplicate with ease. And fourthly, how to secure your business by doing great follow-up. Okay, so the key is truly taking action now. Be organized. These are our fundamental daily activities of identify, connect, share the story, ask for a decision, register, and go. It saves time when you are organized, and it makes doing your business so much more enjoyable. I have a system, a simple system, that actually we've actually given that over the years to corporate, and I love seeing them incorporating some of the things that we found helpful, Leslie Hines and I, in our simple system. But I have a business binder in which I have everybody I have contacted by their first name. I organize it by first name. When I meet new people, I take a yellow piece of paper and I write down notes that might be helpful for me in the future, and I keep those notes. It's great for follow-up. And I put that in my business binder behind the name of that person that I'm working with. I also love having a tool of clipboards in which I keep things like the people that I'm going to be in touch with, a master list of who's next, and what I've done with a group of people, checking off our Monday night call, our Tuesday night meetings, our Saturday trainings, the ways in which I've introduced them to Upline. I also love keeping track of power hours and leads and various contacts that I have. So let's see. In terms of identify, make a list, and as we see later in these slides, when we have sponsored someone new, we go right back to this slide and we help them immediately make a list of 10 people that they might want to get on the products, or 10 key people that they want to do the business with. Sandy's story was an encouragement. She shared with 9. I think it led to 75. I can't remember those numbers precisely, forgive me. But she met and shared with key people who just a very few months later led to a very strong, thriving, and existing still today organization. Be sure you write down why you thought of them and contact 5 of them today. Use that IXAR, Getting Started Guide. It's great. It helps you kind of collect and group your names and helps you be encouraged to build. You don't want to do this alone, or if you are sponsoring someone new, don't have them build their list alone. As a sponsor, you want to help them build that list and build the bigger picture. You want to help them include everybody they know and avoid prejudging. I think that's one of the biggest hesitations we find in our line of business. We get in our own way. We decide, oh, well, they're very happy, or they don't have enough money, or they seem to have everything they need or want. Gee whiz, we can prejudge everyone on our list right off the list if we allow ourselves to do that. And by working a list with a sponsor really helps us overcome that. It also helps newcomers be established in the process. It helps build a really strong relationship with you and your new distributor. And it also shows the value of working together. That is one of the key points of our business, the hallmarks of our Relive business. It sets us aside from any other company I've ever been exposed to. The people on the call this morning exemplify that. It also helps lead to immediate action. We have those different markets of hot market, people you know really well, warm market, people that you maybe go to church with or your kids participate in activities with, or referrals, a major, major, major market that we oftentimes overlook. Don't hesitate. If someone says no, say, who do you know? And then we also have our cold market. You are never finished building your list. It's funny, I have a people binder that's about 4 inches thick of various people that I've thought of over time. And it kind of is I should put it right front and center on my desk so that I am not just thinking about those people, but taking action. But I encourage you to have a people binder too, where you put those people who are continually coming to mind. Write them down somewhere. Okay, let's see here. Connecting. Review 20 prospects with your upline. Who's first? What do you say? Remember, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. And, the greatest fear is the fear of the unknown. And so why not conquer that fear, guys, and just offer this sincerely from your heart, not really worrying so much about what you're going to say, but realize that the true bottom line goal of connecting is to set an appointment. You do not want to spill all that popcorn, as our friend Joe Felger has said over the years. You want them to enjoy the movie in its fullest. And so not tell them everything about your Relive business right off the bat. Build a wall of belief. Let that upline take the weight off of a new distributor and help build that wall of belief for them. I have something I call my activity log and downline support, where I keep track, again, of the things that I'm doing for the various people that I am working with and the downline that I am assisting and who we are talking to, so that I can review my notes and be better able to remind my downline of folks that they have spoken to. I think the key in these opening sentences are really listening and discovering their why, not getting into a 30-minute presentation just as you meet in the grocery store or at the soccer game. But here, I know your health is a priority. I'm working with a company that could really help you. When can we get together? That's the question. Hey, John, the soccer game you mentioned, the finances are tight. You need to hear about something that has helped me. When can we get together? I've just started something that made me think of you. You need to check it out. It's a chance to earn some serious money. When can we get together? So pretty special. Just open and think, put your feet in other people's shoes and listen to what is of concern to them. Set an appointment, and so many different kinds of appointments. It's pretty exciting. Let's see. Sharing the story. People love stories. Provide just enough information about the company and the products and the opportunity to engage your prospect. Learn to share your story. I think all of us on the call are good at that. But if you're not, take a look at page 20 of the XR folder, little booklet. It helps us to learn how to tell our story, and our health story and our business story, where we just speak as Clara and Lucia and Sandy modeled this morning. Before Relive, and now today, this is the situation that I have with my health. This is how I am with business. And schedule a follow-up. Make sure that any contact you have with someone as you are sharing these stories and introducing them to your upline, you're going to always schedule the next call. Model for these folks some efficiency and professionalism. Work your business with fun and with ease and with integrity. And, I love it how we encourage folks, no need to exaggerate the facts, because every individual story, every personal story is remarkable. When you speak from your heart, sharing that story, it's transferred immediately. One of the best ways that I know of helping share that story is using the list that Becky Hansen sends out from Quila, our call lists, our live calls, our 24/7 calls, corporate calls. Don't worry about having a matching issue. It's just not necessary. You will prompt all kinds of ideas in the minds of those who you're sharing with if you just share good news and information about how these products have impacted lives. Sharing the story, here we are. We've set that appointment, and we're going to help people. Look at all these ways that we can do a meeting, doing a presentation. If you're new, learn to present with your sponsor or your upline helping you. Each time you do something, do a little bit more of that presentation, or use that wonderful video that Thomas put out that could do the entire presentation for you. But choose the way you're going to do it and where you're going to do it. Don't forget to share the whole story. And again, the XR booklet, pages 21 and 23 to 23, talks about some of these different ways that we can share, whether it's one-on-one, whether it's in a group, whether it's on the phone, whether it's a public venue. The secret, though, is realizing you don't have to know it all. Use the system to educate and validate. I think one of the fun things that we have been doing is in-home. The Fit3 is a great new motivation for in-home presentations. We love giving a hostess gift to someone who sponsored the meeting in their home. We love giving a gift if someone brings a guest. It can be a Relive cup or a Relive kebab or any number of things. You can have a special gift of a can of Energize. We love using the Tanita scale, which gives you an insight into exactly how people are really doing in their metabolic age and levels of muscle and fat in various segments of their body. And it also helps promote the need to have a monthly check-in. So the Fit3 program is a wonderful, wonderful means of having in-home presentations. Ask for a decision. Be prepared to do the business. Have your products and your tools. I have something that I've called my portable office, and I've streamlined it somewhat to just have a binder that has things in it and a little briefcase that I can take along with me that has products in it. But have your products and your tools with you. Be organized. Have super packs or sales tools or bags. And have some recommended orders for each of the options. And be ready to help them register. Our new app or your website, all of this is available to us. I think be ready to help them register. And if for any reason they say not now, then put them in a parking lot binder and have them be someone that you will contact in the future. So let's see. Oops, I'm sorry. Here we go. Ask for a decision. What interested you? Where do you see yourself getting started? If they're interested in the products, then listen and ask more questions. Recommend what you think would be helpful for them. Keep it simple. Don't overwhelm them. And suggest that they look at ways they can save on the products. And by having those sample orders, that's going to help you right there. I love helping people who are brand new sample the products right then and there. It takes a lot of the fear out of it. It takes the mystery of the blue scoop in the can of now, or just how do I mix this? Giving them a taste of Energize if they're starting with that, then adding some of the Now or the Classic. The choices we have with Now are wonderful these days. And just realize that any decision to get involved with Relive is a really good decision. And ask them, who do you know who can benefit from Relive products? That's a continual question that you're going to do to get referrals from folks that you are working with. If you have someone who is interested in the business, okay, well, hey, let's get started. Get that application filled out, whether on paper or online. Help them revisit the comp plan, decide exactly where they want to get started, ask them questions, and listen. Let them see their potential and select the best option. Use that new decision tool. That's fabulous. It just simply puts it out there visually so simply as to where a person might want to get started. Have sample orders. The distributor application can be done on the phone, on the computer, the website, our new app. Ask them, are you interested in being a customer, distributor, or a master affiliate? I wanted to just briefly share a couple tips that I have found helpful with our compensation plan. This I'm going to cover very briefly, but just pointing out that you have the ability to choose. You can profit anywhere from $10 to $40 if you make a $100 investment in retail product. The $40 fee That's the only thing about Relive that is not refundable. There's a 30-day money back as a retail consumer on any product that they buy. And even if the can is empty and the color doesn't match the kitchen, they can get a total refund, 100%, on any product they have purchased retail in a 30-day period. Then we have our wholesale profit. And I love just drawing that line across the top of that stair step, saying there is a 1 year, 100% money back guarantee on this, any choice that is made along here. I also do enjoy writing down what the math is for each of these. For example, under that 35%, I would have that $3,000 of points that are necessary to advance to that level, but there's a 35% immediate savings of $1,050. And then I just put that minus $1,050, draw a line like a subtraction problem, and they are able to see that their investment is $1,950, not that $3,000. So going along each of those little stair steps and doing that math for them is a great help. Next one. This is such a powerful slide. The thing I really wanted to point out here is that each of those $2,000 bubbles under you as that master affiliate on your first level, that represents about 20 customers, each purchasing $100. So as you have helped 3 master affiliates, you build a business of 20 customers, each of whom are purchasing $100. There's going to be a volume in that master affiliates line of $2,000. Now, I apologize because oh, there it is. Okay, the 480 represents almost $6,000 income a year from these 3 master affiliates who are working with you. That's a pretty significant amount. That 1,080 on a second level comes to an additional nearly $13,000 that can be added on an annual basis to the income that you are earning. This is in addition to the retail and the wholesale that you're doing beyond your overrides income. That third level, an additional $2,160. Annually, that means nearly $26,000 plus that nearly $13,000 on level 2 and nearly $6,000 on level 1. So you can see how this, over time, begins to really grow and expand. This can be a 5-year program. This can be a 10-year program. This can be a lifetime program. It matters not. As Tom said, you are the CEO of your business. Be that leader that people want to follow. Step up to it, understand how you earn money in Relive, and help others do the same. One of the things that I wanted to do to just give a brief encouragement, if you are earning $125 a month with your Relive business, that means that you have an annuity that's nearly $50,000 in the bank, paying you a 3 to 4% return of $125 a month. So if you're earning $125 a month with Relive, pat yourself on the back, because that means you have the equivalent of $50,000 in the bank, paying you a percentage of return. If you're earning $250 a month, that means you have the equivalent in your business of nearly $100,000 in the bank, paying you 3 to 4%. If you're earning $500 a month, that means you have nearly $200,000 saved in the bank, paying you between 3 and 4%. Our Relive businesses are valuable. really valuable. That override income is a huge blessing. If you're a key director and you're earning around $1,000 a month, that means you have nearly $375,000 in your bank. If you're a senior director earning about $2,000 a month, you have nearly $750,000 equivalent in the bank. And lastly, if you're a master director, ambassador, earning over $4,000 in your override income, means you have nearly $1.5 million equivalent of value were that an annuity that you had in the bank earning 3 to 4%. So understand every penny that we are earning with our Relive business has a tremendous value. And one of the most delightful, tremendous values is the way our business touches the heart and quality of life for people that we know. So lastly, register and go. Understand there's many ways to do it. Following up is in the center of this little circle on every single slide. Never stop an appointment or a conversation without setting that next appointment to follow up and encourage this person. Whatever your regimen is, whatever your system is of follow-up, be sure that you let that person know they are important to you and follow up with them. Register and go. If you have a distributor, help them go right back to the beginning of the circle, identify and connect and share the story, review the Relive system. The circle just starts all over again. Let's see, a couple other things I want to move through quickly. We all know the tools we have, but be familiar with them. Know how to access them. Send out those videos and those awesome stories that are available now on our phone app. That's one of the most brilliant things I've seen done. Be familiar with what the Relive system is and understand how the business cycle with our conference coming up in Orlando and then once again in California next April. There are daily activities that you're going to do of presentations, in-home meetings, using your upline three-way calls, trainings, and webinars, and the corporate support of the Monday podcast and the monthly product calls and support tools and all the things that we have online. And you see the little arrow there just going back and forth, new people constantly being exposed. Couple promotions I wanted to review. Let's not forget that for July and August, any distributor who earns all three promotions in the promo 1, 2, 3, which is a quick start bonus, a master affiliate bonus, and a product credit when we get 3 preferred customers on auto ship. Oh my goodness, you're going to earn a 2-night stay in Orlando. That is a worthy goal. I mean, that's one heck of a lot of money that's going to be saved on your lodging. And all of this based on you helping other people with a quick start, master affiliate, and product credit. Also, for the month of July, anybody that's registering for Relive Live in Orlando will be eligible for a Wednesday draw. They're going to earn 2 free hotel nights as well. So anyone registering every Wednesday on Facebook, they're going to announce who the winner is, someone newly registered for the conference and winning 2 free hotel nights. So for Orlando. So, okay. Oh, this, I didn't realize I was going to do this, so let me bring it all up. Previous. Okay, couple things going on. Be sure you're looking at the calendar of events on the Relive website. And if you're doing a special event, post it. I want to compliment, kudos to Julie Moeller for the way she is using the texting and other means of helping people know what's going on in California. I hope actually that Julie, if you're listening or do listen or someone can pass forward, post those things on the Relive website, because we want to be an encouragement to everyone we can who is looking for a Super Saturday event. There will be one up in Walnut Creek on Saturday the 28th, as well as in Kansas City, Missouri. And wow, that August 24th and 25th in Dayton, Ohio, the Girlfriends Getaway, that sounds like so much fun. I hope some of you are planning to go. And I know that Betty Blazik in Kansas City, they're going to do their own Super Saturday on that very same day as well. Relive Orlando, the 12th and 13th of October. So, guys, engage your team. Develop a library of stories. Build to ambassador. You need to build those relationships. Stay engaged in what's going on in Relive. It's through emails and calls, webinars, blogs, social media, and text. Set your goals. Know what that road to PD is, what your next level of advancement is. Stretch your thinking. Believe in yourself, knowing you are the boss and the CEO of your own business. Know what it takes to make key director in however many months. Who will be the next key director in your organization? So duplicate,
Barbie.
duplicate. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I just wanted to remind you that the Delight Milk will be discontinued, and let them know about what the offer is for this month.
Thank you.
Do you remember? Yes.
The offer for this month? Yeah.
Yes.
If you purchase one, Delight is being discontinued. It's a favorite of Clara's, and it's become one of my favorites as well. But it's a wonderful milk replacement, powdered milk, so much better than what you can buy with Carnation milk, powdered milk. It's being discontinued, but there is still some available through the end of July. And every can you purchase, you will get one free. That offer is only available if you call the Distributor Service Center. And all the sales are final. Be aware that the expiration date is September of this year. But there you have it. Okay. In Tom's words, let's get better at being engaged. Let's continue to improve our structure so that everyone can be successful. Let's know the promotions, and let's go out there and build our teams like never before, and let's have a lot of fun doing it. Any questions at all? Other comments? Is Luann on? I owe you a can of classic, Luann, because you answered the $64,000 question last time. Just know that I have not forgotten. All right.
Thanks, Barb.
Love you. Yes, you're welcome. God bless you all. Love you. Aha. Bye now.
Thanks, Barb. Great job.
You're surely welcome.